Welcome back to video 6 in the series on More SQL, the second in our series of lectures on SQL, beginning with Basic SQL and now More SQL. Based upon the textbook by El Masri and Avath, Fundamentals of Database Systems. Why don't we get started? Create assertion can be used to specify additional types of constraints that are outside the scope of the built-in relational model constraints of primary key, unique key, entity integrity, and referential integrity that we talked about earlier. Those built-in constraints can be specified within the create table statement of SQL. Create trigger may be used to specify automatic actions that the database system will perform when certain events and conditions occur. This type of functionality is generally referred to as active databases. In SQL, users can specify general constraints that do not fall into any of the categories described previously via declarative assertions. This is done using the create assertion statement of the data definition language. Each assertion is given a constraint name and is specified via a condition similar to the where clause of an SQL query. For example, to specify the constraint that the salary of an employee must not be greater than the salary of the manager of the department that the employee works for in SQL, we can write this assertion: create assertion salary constraint. There is our constraint name. The check clause, open paren, not exist operation. Now, not exist means that it's true if this query returns no tuples. It is false if there's any tuple returned in this query. Open paren, select the query, select all attributes from, defining the tables we're choosing for this query, employee space E, so it's going to use the employee table with an E alias, comma, employee table again with an M alias, which means in all probability that this will be the employee that works in the department, this will be the employee that serves as the department manager, and then department with an alias of D, where the employee's salary is greater than the manager's salary, where E salary is greater than M salary, and the employee department number is equal to the department D number, and where the department manager is this in this employee table, M. So therefore, this query is asking for a list of all employees who have a salary greater than their manager. Not exist suggests that it will return true if it comes up with no tuples. And that is our constraint. This constraint named salary constraint, followed by the keyword check, which is followed by a condition in parentheses that must hold true on every database state for the assertion to be satisfied. The constraint name can be used later to refer to the constraint, or to modify, or to drop it. The database management system is responsible for ensuring that the condition is not violated. Any where clause condition can be used, but many constraints can be specified using the exist and not exist style of SQL conditions like we just saw. Whenever some tuples in the database cause the condition of an insertion to evaluate false, then the constraint has been violated. The constraint is satisfied by database state if no combination of tuples in that database state violates the constraint. Think back on our very early lectures on relational databases. What is database state? A database state is the database with records. at the moment, right now, the database state. Another important statement in SQL is create trigger. In many cases, it's convenient to specify the type of action to be taken when certain events occur and when certain conditions are satisfied. The create trigger statement is used to implement such actions in SQL. The create trigger statement has three conditions: the event, the condition, and the action that should be taken. I think that's enough for video number 5 on more SQL. Let's make our mystery word trigger. Go ahead and submit your mystery word. Go out and check your knowledge on the material that we've covered in this video. And when you're ready, come on back and we'll proceed to video number 6.